Yeah. You ever wake up and think, well, this sucks? Halo Infinite is a game that tried, but it's dying. It's not all the way dead yet, but every time you look at it, you just sit there and cross your fingers that you made it into the will. I think people, including myself, have been a little bit too hard on 343. I think they were absolutely doomed from the start, because here's a sentence that people are not gonna like. People don't like Halo anymore. They don't. Fight me. I will fight you. I am rude to wait staff. Don't fuck with me. It's not that all people don't like Halo. I mean, obviously, clearly, there is a niche for it. I mean, if you like Halo, ball out. The world is your oyster. But I'm talking about, like, people. The masses, if you will. People don't like Halo anymore. They don't like classic Halo. They're not gonna like the new quasi-arena shooter new Halo. And the reason why people don't like Halo is kind of a tough one.
How tough are you?
Halo is old. I'm old. The gameplay is dated. People in general do not like arena shooters anymore. Despite the crybabies that talk about 343 sucking at making Halo games, Halo Infinite is a fucking solid FPS. As far as the gameplay mechanics go, Halo Infinite is by far my favorite Halo game in the series, and one of my favorite arena shooters to date. Besides the progression. They never fix that. They're not going to. Money. 343 had an impossible task ahead of them because people have left Halo's gameplay loop and moved on to something that I'm calling high-stakes shooters. Like these guys. There are no stakes in Halo when you just immediately respawn after dying and you don't lose anything for doing so. People don't want another fast and fun multiplayer shooter where death has no consequences anymore. If we look at the causing trend, losing has to fucking hurt now. We're gamers. We don't like smiling. People just simply don't like the spawn, run, kill, die, repeat gameplay loop anymore, and I can prove it. Look how far down I have to scroll on Twitch to find one singular arena shooter. Hey, there's one. Now, let's see what the top games are, and let's see how many of them are high-stakes shooters and not arena shooters. Ding, 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 ding. Go fuck yourself. High-stakes shooters are wearing out arena shooters, and the competition isn't even fucking close. Halo, with its classic Halo game modes and mechanics, cannot fuck with high-stakes shooters right now, and you can add as many grappling hooks as you want to Halo. Hey, I'm so sorry, dude. I have a quick philosophical question.
What?
How do you make money with this? You can add as many grappling hooks as you want to Halo, it's not gonna make a fucking difference. You can fix the progression like you've said you were going to for like half a year now. You can spend enough money to pull a couple neighborhoods out of poverty on a shitty TV show, but Halo's core gameplay loop, the thing that makes Halo Halo, is getting absolutely fucking dusted by every other shooter that comes out because they have higher stakes. People are moving towards games where the highs of winning make you feel like that crackhead by your school that screams at oncoming traffic, and the lows make you feel like the same crackhead just after he's done screaming at traffic. It's still cool, but not like the best. I don't see a way for Halo to compete unless it comes out with some banging ass battle royale. I know a BR has been like quasi-leaked-ish, and I think 343 is going to announce it at the Xbox Game Showcase on June 12th. Small note from the editor, they didn't show shit at the Xbox Game Fucky 3 thing, so I just got fucking baited! 343's been staying pretty quiet recently, and normally ever since Halo Infinite has been released, they've been very passionate about announcing every single improvement that they've made. They're going to make a BR. I hope it's good. I hope people care about it. I think Halo Infinite is a solid game that would do really well with a BR. I don't think they'll do a Tarkov type game mode because Infinite specifically doesn't lend itself to be a very slow-paced tactical shooter, but now that I think about it, it would be super dope if Halo had a Tarkov type game mode. But like fast and not suicide inducing. I think I'd be pretty hyped for that, in the same way that I'm like 74% hyped for Modern Warfare 2's Tarkov type game mode. Neither of these games are tactical shooters by any means, so it'd be kind of dope to see the gameplay mechanics of an arena shooter like COD and Halo mixed with the gameplay objectives like of high stakes shooters like Hunt and Tarkov. The more I talk about it, the more I actually want that to happen instead of 343 just making another battle royale game. While watching this video, some of you might have thought of games like Destiny 2, Team Fortress 2, and Overwatch and thought, well, those aren't high stakes and they can be considered arena shooters and they're super successful. So I have two responses for that. One being, don't fucking argue with me. I have a green screen. My second response is, I think people play these games for entirely different reasons than people traditionally played old school arena shooters. For example, people played Halo to prove their individual skill at Halo and be on top of the leaderboard per game for the most part. People play Destiny 2 for the character building, getting beefed up, and the cosmetic progression. And then the Trials of Osiris is a high-stakes game mode like S&D. I would put that into a high-stakes game mode category. People play Destiny 2 to play with a team, as a team, to work together more efficiently than the other team to accomplish an objective. And people play Overwatch because of frontal lobe hemorrhaging. I wouldn't technically classify any of those games as strictly an old school arena shooter, with like, you know, team deathmatch or SWAT. Destiny comes the closest, but people are motivated to play Destiny for the character building and Trials of Osiris if you're really taking it super competitively. The other two games people play because it's got that like League of Legends, everybody working together for the same goal 100% of the time type of vibe. So basically my main points in this Denny's parking lot dumpster fire of a video are: arena shooters right now look kinda dead. Halo Infinite is still a good shooter despite every single fucking Halo YouTuber saying, "We want classic Halo back." Go play them, you fucking morons. They're right there, and you'll never be as happy as you were when you were in high school. That's when you peaked, and it's time to fucking deal with it. Just because those games came out and you played them when you were younger does not mean that you would like them today. If there was an exact copy of Halo 3 that came out, but like new and updated, you would still fucking not like it. Sorry. Halo can only be saved by a high-stakes game mode or some other radical innovation, and even then I'm sort of cynical about it because I don't think a whole lot of people fucking care. And the progression in Halo is horseshit. I don't think I said this before in this video, but it needed to be said because I'm still not happy about it. In closing, Halo Infinite is not a bad first-person shooter. It's got problems. It's got problems that I didn't even list in this video, and I know that's going to be brought up in the comments. I don't get comments. It's just people don't care about this type of game anymore. There is going to have to be a radical innovation for Halo, or it's just going to be another niche shooter in a sea and litany of niche boomer shooters. But they didn't ask me. So, Halo might not be able to save itself, but on the bright side, it does have one thing that I don't: an outro.